Welcome to Kanpai News. 'Tis news time. Once again,
'tis news
we are
time.
here for the news. This is Kanpai News for the week commencing the 6th of April, 2025. I am your host, Nasuth. I am joined, as always, by Xeno and Thaylien. How are you boys doing this week?
'Tis news time.
'Tis news time.
It's very much news time. Looking forward to the rest of the week.
Consider me your town crier, because I'm sad. No. I mean,
So
we
town crier,
are
not town depressed boy.
down to press boy. We are starting with the bad news, though, as always. Voice actor William Bassett passes away at the age of 89. Veteran voice actor and voice talent William Bassett passed away on February 9th at the age of 89, as confirmed by an obituary on the Dignity Memorial website. Known for many of his iconic Whataburger commercials, Bassett's career spanned decades with roles across TV, film, and video games. Anime fans may recognize his voice in titles like Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, Oh My Goddess the Movie, and even Mobile Suit Gundam 0083 Stardust Memory. Sometimes credited as Fred Bloggs, apparently. He also lent his voice to Fallout 3, Metal Gear Solid The Twin Snakes, and Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. On screen, Bassett appeared in films such as The Karate Kid and Black Dynamite, and in TV classics like from Bewitched to Arrested Development. That is a big career.
So, with our next one, OpenAI faces copyright lawsuit for Ghibli-style images. A US district judge ruled Thursday that the New York Times and other publishers can proceed with a copyright lawsuit against OpenAI and Microsoft, aiming to stop their content from training AI like ChatGPT. While some claims were dismissed, OpenAI welcomed the outcome and reiterated its use of publicly available data under fair use. Meanwhile, OpenAI's new GPT-4o model, touted as its most advanced image generator, sparked a wave of viral Ghiblified photos online. Photos were altered to resemble Studio Ghibli animation, including one used by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman on the site formerly known as Twitter. The trend reignited debate about AI in animation, especially as Ghibli co-founder Hayao Miyazaki has long criticized such tech. During an IMAX screening of Princess Mononoke, GKIDS VP Chance Husky emphasized the value of traditional animation. Studio Ghibli has not yet commented on the AI-generated trend.
I know that one of the directors for One Piece has. She basically said that these companies should be sued.
I agree.
I think there is merit to this. All right. Moving on, and MyAnimeList sold Web3 company.
Sold to Web3 company.
Sorry, sold to Web3 company Gaudiy.
Yeah, I think so. Gaudiy.
Not sure.
Yeah, I think.
Media Do Holdings announced on March 26th that it has sold all shares of MyAnimeList to Tokyo-based Web3 and AI firm Gaudiy.
Oh, Gaudiy.
Gaudiy.
Yeah, netting an extraordinary gain of 531 million yen, about 3.5 million US dollars. Founded in 2018, Gaudiy runs blockchain and NFT services for fans through its Gaudiy FanLink platform, boasting partners like Bandai Namco, Sanrio, and Aniplex. Media Do acquired MyAnimeList from DNA.
Yeah.
In 2019, and previously helped launch features like digital manga stores and embedded anime streaming. Despite the sale, MyAnimeList remains integrated with new US digital manga platform Manga Mirai, co-developed by Media Do, NTT Docomo, and Akatsuki Group and others. So
I hate the fact that blockchain things and NFT services still have that kind of money.
Yep.
They should have. There's such a scheme, and the fact that only the top people come out on top is.
The thing is, technologically speaking, blockchains are actually a really good thing. right? The problem is that they've been implemented exclusively for the use of things like NFTs and cryptocurrencies, and it's just like, this is such a fucking waste, right?
It is.
So, yeah.
And Mal is a, I mean, it's just not going to be a moneymaker as a service, so it's not surprising that it keeps getting passed around like this. 1964 Astro Boy film gets AI-powered color restoration, and my brain instantly goes back to the era of Turnerizing everything, when Ted Turner took a bunch of black and white movies and colorized them. So Tezuka Productions announced that Astro Boy: Hero of Space aired in full color on NHK General TV on March 31st using modern restoration techniques. Originally released in 1964 as a mix of monochrome and color animation, the film compiles episodes from the first Astro Boy TV series with added footage. While Tezuka Productions initially credited the quote-unquote latest video technology for the colorization, NHK later revealed that the use of AI-based restoration techniques in a blog post. It remains unclear whether generative AI was involved. Color references were drawn from Osamu Tezuka's original manga to ensure accuracy, which may not be the worst way to use it if they're, keeping a close eye on what it's outputting and using it in very limited ways to just fix color.
Yes, that kind of thing is technology-powered restoration can be really good. It's when they get it a little bit
black
too
and white
weird.
stuff, I'm not so sure about.
I don't know, because you'll always have the black and white version.
True.
That's never going away.
True.
Unlike the Star Wars meddling, where the original films aren't available
anymore. Yeah.
No. So this is one where we know what the content was. We still have the black and white version, and so doing a color version is not that bad.
Right.
Unlike
let's move on
where they restore.
Let's move on to some video game problems.
Yeah. This is the DanMachi Battle Chronicle to end service. The official site for Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Battle Chronicle announced that the game will end service on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on September 29th. Paid Magic Gem sales will stop on July 30th. The Battle RPG part of the franchise's 10th anniversary launched on PlayStation in February 2024, after its original May 2023 release was delayed to August.
And then February,
game's still playable. Yes, and then yes, exactly. The game's still playable on PC, iOS, and Android. It features anime-style 3D graphics, similar to anime-style 3D graphics, familiar characters like Belle and Hestia, and a theme song by Sajo no Hana, which it's yet another one of these RPGs with paid things going out of service for.
Yeah, I know. I think I see what happened. It launched on August on PC, iOS, and Android, and then later for PlayStation, which is the one that's shutting down now. So it is still going to be playable on those other three.
Right.
But goodness knows for how long.
Moving on.
Similar story, same again.
Yep.
ReZero's Witch's Resurrection shutting down this May. Following closely on the heels of DanMachi Battle Chronicles console shutdown news, another anime mobile game is reaching its end. ReZero, which is Resurrection?
Yeah, it's Resurrection, but with the colon thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Will shut down service on May 30th at 2 p.m. JST, as announced by the official account site form. Sales of its premium currency, Magical Rainbow Crystals, ended alongside the news. Smartphone game only launched August 26th with Konomi Suzuki performing the theme song, Resurrection. It follows earlier franchise games like The Forbidden Book and Mysterious Spirit and The Prophecy of the Throne. Wow!
Just
not
another
even complete a year.
Not even a whole year. These games as a service, these gacha trash games are just.
Problem is the market's completely oversaturated.
Yep.
And it's.
Right, on to some good news. Lupin the Third returns to 2D on the big screen. The iconic Lupin the Third franchise is back with a new feature-length film. I think we've talked about this a couple of times. Lupin the Third, the movie, Immortal Bloodline, which is set to hit theaters in Japan on June 27th. The movie follows Lupin and his gang as they chase after a treasure on a mysterious island. Directed by Takeshi Koike, who did Lupin the Third, The Woman Called Fujiko Mine, the film marks the return of key team members like writer Yuya Takahashi and composer James Shimoji. Notably, this will be the first 2D feature-length Lupin film in nearly 30 years, since Lupin III: Dead or Alive in 1996. The film will feature a theme song by rock band Bees titled The Third Eye, and will be distributed by Toho Next. And I did watch the trailer, and it's pretty dope. Pretty good.
Lupin trailers are always pretty dope, but yes.
It looks really good, that's all I'll say. Right.
Whoa. That looks odd.
It does a little, but a freeze frame can often look odd if it's in motion.
Can you go back, Nasuth, to the... Yeah, just go from here. No, there was just a frame that it looks fine.
Ooh, another good news. Dan Season 2 drops premiere date and new cast member. The second season of Dan, the paranormal mystery battle and romantic comedy anime based on Yukinobu Tatsu's manga, will premiere on July 3rd, 2025. They're doing it for my birthday month. The official website revealed a new visual and introduced Musumi Tamura as the voice of Evil Eye, or Jashi. G-Kids also announced that the theatrical premiere, Dan Evil Eye, will be screened in North America on June 6th, with international screenings starting on May 30th in Asia and June 7th in Europe. The new season will stream worldwide via Crunchyroll, with Fukuyama Shiro and Abel Gongora returning as directors at Science Saru.
Right, moving on. Yoko Shimomura to receive BAFTA Fellowship. Yoko Shimomura, renowned video game and anime composer, will be honored with the prestigious BAFTA Fellowship at the 21st Annual BAFTA Games Awards on April 8th, 2025, which will be live streamed on YouTube and Twitch. Known for her work on the Kingdom Hearts series, Final Fantasy XV, and Xenoblade Chronicles, Shimomura has also composed music for anime like High Score Girl, The Napping Princess, and The Napping Princess. Her accomplishments were recognized earlier this year when she received a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Game Developers Choice Awards. Shimomura joins other Japanese legends such as Shigeru Miyamoto, Hideo Kojima, and Shuhei Yoshida in receiving this honor. I don't know
Also, the BAFTAs are the British Academy Film Awards. Final Fantasy 15 movie, apparently. Oh, that's special thanks. I don't know what he's done.
Kingsglaive, yes.
No. So, MS Entertainment celebrates 60th anniversary. I think that's supposed to be TMS Entertainment. TMS Entertainment is celebrating its 60th anniversary by streaming a variety of anime on its digital YouTube channel, including a special English subtitled premiere of the 11th episode of Big X, Osamu Tezuka's classic anime, starting on Saturday. This digitized and recovered episode will be available for a limited time, and TMS Anime Latino will also stream with Spanish subtitles. The company first streamed Big X's first episode in North America on August 12th, and it will restream it alongside the 11th episode this month. Additional anime titles being streamed in April include Sonic X episodes 1 through 10, Lady Oscar: The Rose of Versailles episodes 1 through 28, Treasure Island episodes 1 through 10, and All Out episodes 1 through 10, with watch parties hosted several times a week. Big X originally aired in Japan from 1964 to 1965 and was TMS's first ever anime.
Well now, let's move on to the weekly section for the releases for March 30th to April 5th.
And they're actually right this time.
Releases were on, the bulk of these releases were on April 1st, with some exceptions. In anime, Crunchyroll brings us Berserker Gluttony Blu-ray disc for $70. Way overpriced. My Hero Academia, You're Next, Blu-ray disc for $35. See, why is the better show half the price?
Yeah.
G-Kids brings us... Oh, this is a movie, yeah. So G-Kids, Summer Wars Blu-ray disc for $27. Summer Wars Limited Edition Steelbook 4K UHD for $30. In manga, Yen Press brings us the Anemone Feels the Heat graphic novel 1 for $13. And Blade and Bastard graphic novel 2 for $13. Square... I like the idea of Blade and Bastard. That's a great name. Square Enix manga brings us By the Grace of the Gods graphic novel 12 for $13. Viz Media brings us Dan to Dan graphic novel 12 for $12. And Kodansha USA brings us The Dashing Zaddy and His Icy Protege graphic novel 1 for $14. Good Lord, that title. For
What
digital
the heck is a
manga,
zaddy?
Yen Press. Oh, it's like a daddy, but more stylish.
Uh-huh.
So, in digital manga, Yen Press brings us The Anemone Feels the Heat graphic novel 1 for $7 and Blade and Bastard graphic novel 2 for $7. And the rest are largely the same, but so the same releases, By the Grace of the Gods, from Square Enix for $8, Viz Media's Dan to Dan graphic novel 12 for $7, but Kodansha USA is bringing us Chihaya Furu graphic novel 49 for $11. And in digital novels, they're all from J Novel Club. They are bringing us Chillin' in Another World with level 2 super cheat powers, novel 17 for $8. From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, My Hotshot Disciples are all grown up now and they won't leave me alone, novel 6 for $8. The Hero Killing Bride, novel 2 for $9. Housekeeping Mage from Another World, Making Your Adventures Feel Like Home, novel 9 for $10. And finally, Dahlia in Bloom, Crafting a Fresh Start with Magical Tools, novel 9 for $11.
I think that's Dahlia.
Yeah.
I pronounce it Dahlia because that's, it's a flower. Still, I like the fact that they're actually bringing out, that's the full name of the TV series we're interested in for this coming season.
Yeah.
From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, My Hotshot Disciples are all grown up now and they won't leave me alone. That gives away far more of the plot than the title for the anime does.
Right. And then our only factory rumor. So I just want to say, there were so many rumors. Nearly all of them were just April Fools, right? So I just those like I'm not going to count any of these. So the only one that was worth investigating. The global release dates for the Chainsaw Man movie has been announced, and the USA and UK release date is October 29th, 2025. This is a fact. Sony Pictures has officially announced that the Chainsaw Man movie, ResARC, will be released in the United States and the United Kingdom on October 29th, 2025. The film is scheduled to premiere in Japan on September 19th, 2025, with releases in over 80 countries beginning on September 24th, 2025. In Spain, Mexico, and much of Latin America, the movie is set to debut on October 30th, 2025. The film is directed by Tatsuya Yoshihara and focuses on the relationship between Denji and Reze.
We had this in the news last week.
Yeah.
We had the new...
No.
We had the teaser
we didn't
with
have
a bit of artwork. Yeah.
Yes, we didn't have the actual.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure we didn't have the actual. Date. We didn't have the release dates. Like we didn't have the global release dates.
Even if we did, it never hurts to repeat it.
Yeah.
So go out there and watch Chainsaw Man when it comes out. Speaking of, I've completely forgotten when the Undead Unluck special is coming out. Isn't it supposed to be soon? I don't. Anyway, neither here nor there. So that does it for the news. Make sure you stay tuned later this week for Kanpai Cast, where we're discussing ancient weapons and artifacts. And I think it was a pretty good conversation. I mean, it will be a pretty good conversation. Yes, 100%. And we'll see you back here next week for more news.
News.